Everyone, this video is going to go through the 2017 FRQ number 1. So in this problem, it's a problem from a table, and we're going to be asked to do a few things. The first is using a Riemann sum, and then determining if our estimate using the Riemann sum is an over or under estimate. So for part A, it says to use a left Riemann sum with the 3 subintervals indicated by the data in the table to approximate the volume of the tank. So the idea here is what they're giving us in the table is areas of cross sections of that tank. So the idea is if I were to add up all of those areas, right? We know an integral is used to add things. So if I would add up all those cross sections, I should get the volume of the tank. So let's set up our left Riemann sum. So I have the interval from 0 to 2, from 2 to 5, and from 5 to 10. And since this is left, I want to use that left endpoint. So I'm going to grab those from the table. At 0, I have 50.3. 2 is 14.4. And then at 5, it's 6.5. So when I'm setting up my Riemann sum, I have to be careful here. My intervals aren't equal length, or my subintervals. So I'm going to have 2 times 50.3 plus 3 times 14.4 plus I've got 5 times 6.5. So I can go ahead and add all those up. You guys will have a calculator, so I would definitely use that to do your adding. And we get, let's see, I think I did something wrong. I get 176.3. So 176.3, and then I have to be careful with the units here. So here's what I notice. When we do an integral, we're multiplying, or a Riemann sum, right? We have our base times height. Well, the unit of our base here is feet, and then the unit of our height here is square feet. So our units then are going to be feet times square feet, and so our units should be cubic feet. And that would be our answer. All right, now as far as points on this exam, that was worth, let's see, just 1 point there for the correct area with units. All right, so now in part B, they want to know, does the approximation in part A overestimate or underestimate the volume of the tank? And they're asking us to explain our reasoning. So here's where we need to know. They told us here the function A is continuous and it decreases as h increases. So we know that A is decreasing. So I like to do these just by doing a sketch. So there's my decreasing function. If I take some subinterval here, since we used a left Riemann sum, I'm going to use that left endpoint to determine the height of that rectangle. So when I draw that rectangle, what I notice is it's going over the curve by that amount. So here I would say the estimate is an overestimate, since now we have to be careful. I don't want to say I don't want to use the word it, and I don't want to say the graph. I want to specify the function. So I'm going to say since A, my function, is decreasing, and a left Riemann sum is used. And that would be our answer with the explanation. And so as far as points for this question, they gave, again, this was just 1 point for this part, and that includes the answer. So the fact that it was an overestimate with your reason. And the reason being the function was decreasing and the left Riemann sum is used. So you only need to do parts A and B for that question. So that's it for this.